Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. This is Crafty Mama and my name is Rachel. Today we're going to be making some freezer meals for my mom. My 9-year-old son here is going to help me prepare some of the meals in the crock pot. I do have a piece of foil that I have folded over and over and over and then basically made into an S shape that I have in the middle of this black crock pot so I can actually make two meals at the same time. So on the left hand side here, Bowen's actually going to be putting the sauerkraut in for me. We're going to be making sauerkraut and sausage on the left side, and then some roast and potatoes on the right. And here I'm just putting a small beef roast on the right hand side to get that side started as well. And then for the sausage and sauerkraut, I had a package of the summer sausage I got from my mom's freezer. And so I took one of those wings and I went ahead and chopped it up, put it on the left side, and then I went ahead and peeled some potatoes and cubed those up and put those in with the roast. And just ignore the dirty dishes there in the sink. I had started this early in the morning before we had gotten to the dishes. And so those are pretty much just gonna stick around for the entire video. So I just recently found this beef broth, and I have to say I absolutely love it. For the price, the flavor is out of this world. So I just went ahead and sprinkled a little bit on the roast side, and then I'm going to put some water in there to make the broth, and just a little bit of water in with the sausage and sauerkraut as well so that those don't burn. And then we're going to put the lid on and it's just going to cook on low. And now we're going to start the smothered steaks. My mom had some just steaks, rather large, in the freezer, so I took one of those, I cut it in half, and then in these mini loaf pans I'm going to layer the steak in between two layers of my homemade cream of mushroom soup.
saw in the previous clips that I have the sausage and sauerkraut and the roasted potatoes on. So now we're going to go ahead and get the chili verde in the crock pot. I have the smothered beef steaks already done and wrapped up. I used my homemade cream of mushroom soup and just layered it in between a couple layers of that, and then she can either make rice or whatever she wants with it. So now we're going to get the chili verde in.
And as you can see, my 9-year-old is going to go ahead and help me with this crock pot meal as well. I make chili verde as easy as possible. I get the chili verde sauce in a little can. Well, you can actually get it in big cans. My mom usually has the little cans, so I grabbed 2 of those from her house. And I throw it in a crock pot with some pork chop or some pork loin or some pork roast or some pork butt, whatever pork you got basically. And you just let it cook all day, and it makes the best tender chili verde. And next up is the cheesy chicken hash brown bake. So I'm going to cube up some potatoes and go ahead and parboil them. And then in the bowl, in the red bowl there, I'm going to put some cream of chicken soup and then put the potatoes in with some shredded cheese, and the other link of that sausage that I used for the sausage and sauerkraut. Mix it all together and put it in a couple of pans. We actually had enough that I was able to put a decent sized pan's worth in the oven for supper that night. I also found some of these sausage links in my mom's freezer and decided to put those in this breakfast bake as well. I'm not sure what happened to the audio on this clip, but basically I'm just trying to explain that I had found some bags of frozen corn and broccoli in my mom's freezer, so I went ahead and separated it out, just a couple of loaf pans and then also some bigger pans for when we go up so that we have enough to feed all 5 of us. I actually wound up taking the big pan of broccoli to her house, and we had that with some fried rice the day that I took the other actual freezer meals to her. And it worked out amazing, actually. Going back to the potato bake, I'm just going to go ahead and mix all of the soups and everything together And I had found some of these onions that I had chopped up that I kept in the freezer, so I went ahead and put some of those in there as well, because honestly you can never have too much onions or garlic, I don't think. Now, if you've seen my trigger video, you know that one of my favorite seasoning combinations is some garlic powder, dill weed, onion powder, and some seasoned salt with paprika. That's what I was putting on this potato bake. I use it on pretty much anything that I can.
Done now, Mom. Done now.
All dead now.
Yeah. And now me do that one now. Now me do that one now, Mom.
I'm gonna...
And of course, my 3-year-old wanted to be on the video as well. Here I'm going to make some po' boy sandwiches that she can just then throw in the oven, get that cheese all melty, and eat like a hot sub. She had some Swiss that looks a little freezer burnt, but I bet it's going to taste amazing. And I just went ahead and put some turkey that I had found in the freezer on there and packaged it all back up in 2 layers of foil. Now, I used to work at Subway, and I learned that if you roll the meat when you put it on, it actually makes you feel like you're getting more bang for your buck. And that's the end of this video, guys. If you like this kind of content, please consider subscribing and give this video a big thumbs up. In the comments below, let me know which one of these recipes was your favorite. Until next time.